Yo, it's Jumpman T with Twitch Torch TV. I'm back again. Turn me up in your headphones. Loud and clear for the people in the background. We got Falcons versus Broncos preview, man. Broncos are 5-5. Falcons are 6-4, going for their 7th win on the season. Only had 7 wins last year, so we could have got it last week versus the Saints. We didn't get it, but this is the week. We go to Mile High Stadium. Justin Simmons returns back to the crib where he made a lot of highlight reels. Hasn't had an INT since Kansas City, so I know he's itching at the bit to get an INT versus Bo Nix. I think that's going to be one of the key matches. We'll get into that just for a second. But make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave to the comment. My bad, guys. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment to show your support. Appreciate it as always. We're going to have the keys to the victory. We're going to have our prediction. And let's get to the preview, all right? Falcons offense versus Broncos defense. This is what we really came to see. This is the highlight reel of the game, right? You look at this. Falcons come in. They have 2 receivers that's over 600 yards. Mooney has 687 with 5 touchdowns. Drake London has 647 with 6 touchdowns. It's a big matchup. They got Patrick Surtain who comes into town. We come to his town. He has 3 INTs on the season. I think he has 6 pass defense already. This is the good Broncos defense, might I add. They got a lot of pass rush up front in that front 7. Zach Allen, what does he have? 40-something pressures on the year already. Jesus Christ. Come on, my man. 209 total pressures, 19 more than any other team. 40 sacks generated as a team, guys. 40 sacks generated as a team. That's a dynamic number. And Kirk Cousins has struggled a little bit versus the pressure. But one thing we got on our side, we have a dynamic duo in the background. When you have Bijan Robinson and you have Tyler Algier. Let's get to the stats, shall we? Let's get to the stats. And this is a key matchup in this game, might I add. I think both of them are going to be keys to victory. So we got to talk about them for sure. These two are going to be dynamic. So let's get to it. The Falcons running game, 155 carries for Bijan Robinson, 748 yards already, averaging almost 5 yards a carry. 6 touchdowns on the season, averaging 74, almost 75 yards per game, 0 fumbles on the season. Tyler Algier, 85 carries, 429 yards, averaging 5 yards a carry. 24 longest, 37 longest for Bijan. He has 2 touchdowns on the season, averaging 43 yards per game, 0 fumbles lost. And we got Ray Cloud, who does a couple carries here and there, 6 carries, 56 yards. He's averaging almost 10 yards a carry, might I add. But when you look at this running game, right, guys, this running game is dynamic. When you look at Bijan Robinson, what does he have right now? I'm sorry, I got to bring up the stats. This guy's too cold. 155 carries, 748 yards, 37 rushes gained first downs, guys. 37 rushes gained first downs. Second most missed tackles forced in receptions. 37 missed tackles on runs. 14 rushes gained 10 or more yards. Third most in catches for running back. Second most in catches gained first downs for running backs. This guy is dynamic. Guys. So I want to see who they gonna put on him though. Who they gonna put on? That's gonna be tough for them. Let's look at who they got. We'll go to the injury report in just a second after this too. I just wanted to talk about this running game because it's very potent. Brandon Jones, he leads in tackles, 74 total tackles so far. Cody Barton, 64 total tackles so far, 1 sack. Jones, he has 2 tackles for loss, 3 pass defense, 1 INT. Justin Stern, he has 44 total tackles, 3 sacks, 5 tackles for loss, 1 pass defense. He looks more like a pass rusher, if I might add. Jonathan Cooper, he has 7 tackles for loss, 6.5. Another pass rush. Them boys dynamic in that field, man. So I'm looking at their linebacking core. They do look like hell. They look like it's a bunch of pass rushers. They run that 3-4 defense. So are they gonna put Brandon Jones on Bijan? Are they gonna put Brandon Jones on Bijan? And that'll be trouble. That'll be trouble, guys. Because as I said, he does a lot of missed tackles. Linebackers barely can tackle. You know, safeties can't tackle. He's running people over. So that's the matchup for me. Tyler Algier and Bijan Robinson. I think we got to get him the ball out of the backfield as well. Y'all remember how Tico and Devontae Freeman killed in 2016 when we went to Denver? The offense couldn't really move in the passing game. The running game cooked, and then towards the end of that game, the passing game ended up cooking with Tico. So I want to see Bijan on an angle route. I want to see Bijan on a real route. I feel like he can make a good matchup to turn a 10-yard play into a 40-yard play or a 40-yard play into the crib. The street lights coming home. I think it's time to go. Y'all know it. Y'all know it. So that's going to be a key matchup for me, guys, for our offense. Let's get to the wideouts. Falcons wideouts versus Broncos secondary. We know we got a tough week, right? Let's be realistic. We know we got a tough week. Surtain is one of the best, as I said. He has 3 INTs on the season, already 6 passes defense, but he's going against a dynamic duo, right? He's going against a dynamic duo. So how is he going to be able to cook versus these guys? We got to think. Dre London knows how to go up and make plays, right? Let's look at his stats on the season. Let's look at their 2 stats. I told you both of them have over 600 yards. But Darnell Mooney, 46 catches for 684 yards, averaging 15 yards a catch, 5 touchdowns, longest catch 41 yards. Cooking. Almost 70 yards a game. Drake London, 58 catches for 649 yards, averaging almost 12 yards a catch, 6 touchdowns, longest catch 31, averaging 65 yards a game. Kyle Pitts, 34 receptions, 485 yards, averaging 14.3 yards a game, 3 touchdowns, 49 yards a game. So I'm looking at the matchup. Patrick Surtain is good as hell. Let's look at what he's doing right now in the season. People aren't really throwing to him, I'm sure. Yeah, 6 passes, defense, 3 INTs. I'm looking at the safety matchup again in linebacking Cordo. I think Patrick Surtain's gonna have his hands full because Drake London, he runs in the slot a lot. Darnell Mooney, he motions a lot around. So is Patrick Surtain gonna play one side? Is he gonna travel? I think he will travel. I think he's gonna more so go up against Mooney, more so in his matchup. I think that's a key matchup for him to guard Mooney. So if you can stop the big playability, Drake can cook you in the middle of the field. But if you can stop that big playability, you got to make Kirk Cousins go down the field, and that helps your pass rush a lot more. So I'm looking at Surtain trying to slow down Mooney. Of course, Mooney doesn't care about that. He was cooking McDuffie when we played the Chiefs, just like Surtain cooked McDuffie. Not Surtain, but Sutton cooked McDuffie. So Darnell doesn't care about matchup. He's going to eat. Respectfully, he's going to eat. So I want to see how this matchup is going to be. I think Kirk Cousins, if he leans on that running game a lot more, you're going to be able to get those 20-yard air plays, which Darnell Mooney is top 5 in, averaging over 20 yards a catch. So I'm looking for that matchup. But another key factor I want to think about, guys, and as y'all said, Kyle Pitts has came alive. Kyle Pitts has definitely came alive. We all can agree to that. He's came alive, right? I'm looking at him versus the linebackers and safeties. I think he has a chance to make a lot of plays this Sunday. He's kind of been quiet, but he's had 2 big catches in both games, right? Big catch the Cowboys game to help us get that 4th and 3 to get Darnell Mooney open on that touchdown route. And then this key catch versus I don't know who that is. Well, he's cold. He's getting a slide. Taylor, I think. But yeah, you just throw the ball up and he's going to make a play. So I'm looking at him, Kyle Pitts being a key factor this week for me, guys. I think he's going to get some big plays, especially if they try to blitz and we do play action. He cooks them in these corner routes or these seam routes across the middle of the field. So that's one of the key matchups for me. Falcons O-line versus Broncos pass rushers. As I stated, the Falcons are a top 5 running team, right? Top 5 running team, guys. Top 5 running team. So when you look at this, Caleb McGarry, Chris Lindstrom, Aniso, I think Drew Dalman will be back for the center. Matthew, 2nd year, looks great. Jake, Bijan, and Algier, 1,247 total rushes yard, 125 yards per game, averaging almost 5 yards of rush, guys. So yeah, we're top 5 in the running game. We're top 5. But the passing game, we're 20th. We're in the 20 range. You see, Chris Listom is the highest graded at his position right now, respectfully. But pass rush, I look at these guys. I look at these guys, man. The Broncos, they have a bunch of pass rushers. How many sacks they have on the season? I told they have 35 sacks on the season, guys. Um, Justin Snurt, he has 3 sacks. Cody Burton has a sack. Jonathan Cooper has 6.5. Nick Bernito has 7. Jesus Christ. Jonathan Franklin Myers has 5. I kind of wanted him last year for the Falcons. And Ellis, he has 2. So all their linebackers, and they have Tillman that has 2. He looks like he comes off the bench. So they got a bunch of players that know how to get the QB. I'm looking at Cooper. I'm looking at Nick, and I'm looking at Zach Allen. Those are guys that all do a lot of key pressures. As I said, Zach Allen has 48 pressures, 209 total pressures for the team. As far as a unit, we got to be able to stop these guys. We got to run the ball. We're a top 3 running team. We got to use our backs, run the ball a lot down their throats, make them tired. We got to run at the linebackers, mash, get them tired to where they don't want to rush the passer. That's how you slow pass rushers down. You don't give them many opportunities to rush the passer. They got to stop the run first, respectfully. So if we do that, we can change the dynamic of this game. All I need is 3 touchdowns. And if you get Kurt in that red zone range, he's going to make a play. We cannot have the forced fumbles, guys. Kurt, get the ball out in time, all right? We can't have these forced fumbles. I think you have like 6 or 7 forced fumbles on the year, 7 INTs, but I think you have like 19 touchdowns, 18 touchdowns. How many touchdowns do you have on the year, Kurt? Kirky, he's thrown for 2,634 yards, averaging almost 263 yards a game, 17 touchdowns, 8 INTs, been sacked 20 times. Sheesh. Sacked 20 times is crazy work. Yeah, we gotta be able to run the ball, guys, and put Kirk in position to do some easy play action fakes. And there's been time where he's sitting in the pocket for a long time, 6-7 seconds. I need to see that Cowboys time when we had that Ray McLeod where he was able to cross the whole field and he sat in the pocket for 6 seconds to wait for him to cross. I need that type of pocket when we actually do throw the ball. I know they're gonna get some pressure. They're gonna get 2 or 3 sacks. What they did versus Patrick Mahomes, they should have won that game last week. They only had 20 points last week. He was sacked 4 times. He threw for like 42 times. I need Kirk Cousins to be in that 20 to 28 range of throwing the ball. We need to run the ball a lot this week. Respectfully, that's a key to victory. We have to run the ball, protect Kirk Cousins. Key to victory. Let's get to the defense. I talked a little bit about this, but Bo Nix versus Jesse Bates. I noticed Bo Nix, he's throwing the ball a lot, over 15 yards or more now. Especially the last 3 games, they didn't really do much versus the Chiefs. The 2 weeks prior to that, he did pretty good. He had a great throw versus Sutton for a touchdown versus McDuffie, as I told y'all. That was a good throw, actually. So he's throwing the ball a lot down the field. We knew him as a dink and dunk type of player at Oregon. Screens, open first man, don't have to really go through your reads. He's doing that now. He's under Sean Payton. Sean Payton's giving him his toolage. Sean Payton, we owe you too. Don't think we forgot about you. We didn't forget Sean Payton. We did not forget about you, champ. We owe you. Yeah, we owe you. So we come to your house to take over. Walk in your trap, take over your trap. Respectfully for that one. We owe you. Yeah, we remember you in New Orleans. Terry Fonto remembers you. Kay Nellis remembers you. Drew and Drew Brees. They remember all that. So we're anxious to get ready for this matchup, guys, with Bo Nix. As I said, he has been throwing the ball a lot down. But one thing I want to talk about, Jesse Bates and Justin Simmons. They're going to be keys to this. We need a big play from these guys. And Jesse Bates always comes along when you need him, right? Whenever a play is needed, Jesse Bates shows up in pure succession. So I need both of these guys to come through A1 this week to make an INT. I see both of them making plays. Let's look at these stats. What is Jesse Bates? Jesse Bates has allowed 1 catch in coverage of 15 more yards this season on 64 coverage snaps. He has 2 INTs, 1 reception allowed. Ball hawking. Justin Simmons kind of struggled a little bit. I think that was a bad coverage where he gave that first touchdown versus the Saints. He's coming back from a hamstring injury. He did have a couple good plays in coverage when he's guarding by himself. So I want to see how this is going to be, man. I want to see how this is going to be. We definitely got a chance though. We definitely have a chance. We gotta make plays consistently out there, man. Consistently. But two interceptions on one and one reception allowed is crazy. Like I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of cold, Jesse. That's cold. We need a big play this week, champ. Don't play with us. We need a big play this week. Stop the run. The running game is none and void. They only have one good catcher. Let's be realistic. They got one good catcher. But force Burn Nix into tough reads. Force him to tough reads. Make him go all the way down the field. Bo Nix has 5 touchdowns running the ball in the season. They I think Javonte Williams, he's doing okay. He only has 2 touchdowns. Let's see what he got. We here. Javonte Williams, 388 yards on 103 carries, 2 touchdowns on the season. Bo Nix has 4 touchdowns, almost 300 yards. So we gotta watch that zone read for sure. That zone read is gonna be in full play when we play these boys. He ain't playing with us. He gonna try to score some touchdowns. We know that, right? He finna try to score some touchdowns. He gonna try to score some touchdowns. I want to talk about this next matchup, then we're gonna get up out of here. Cortland Sutton versus AJ Terrell. Cortland Sutton, what do you have on the year? He has 42 receptions on 77 targets, 569 yards, averaging 14 yards a catch, 3 touchdowns on the year, almost 57 yards a game. The next person after is the running back, Javonte Williams. He has 222 yards, 0 touchdowns. Devon Velli, he has 215 yards. He's averaging 9 yards to throw, 1 touchdown. So they don't really get too much out of the receivers. It's pretty much just Sutton. So we got to shut down Sutton, guys. We got to shut down Sutton. If we want to beat them, we got to shut down Sutton. And you know who enters. We know who's ready to go. AJ Terrell, it's your week. It's your week, baby. It's your week. I saw Raheem Morris had stated last versus Saints game when Marquez killed us for those 2 long plays. He put you on him for that second half. They only scored 3 points. I didn't think he had any more catches after that. He started the second half with 3 catches. He left the second half with 3 catches. So that means you shut him out on the island. We need you to travel all game this week. We need to travel all game this week. Huh? We don't need no waiting around. It's time to travel. You got Jesse Bates and Simmons back there. You need to travel this week, man. The whole game. I don't care who else beats us. Somebody else has to beat us, but he can't beat us. He cannot beat us. We need you to be physical at the point of attack and crush. AJ, we need some pass defense. We need an INT if you can get it. You have 2 INTs on the season already. You've been tackling. Mike Hughes, y'all look good. I think Mike Hughes was back. He had a shoulder injury. That's why he sat out the whole game. Clark Phillips was in. And I just didn't like that match. Clark Phillips had a pretty good game besides that long play. I don't like that matchup. He's 6'4" versus Clark Phillips like 5'9". You just certain matches you got to double. In certain plays, I would double Curtin Sutton, and I would have a spy for Bo Nix. Don't let Bo Nix beat us, guys. I would have a spy for Bo Nix. And history has showed us we struggle against QBs that want to rush. Do not let him cook us on those third downs. He cannot pick up third downs for us, guys. He cannot pick up third downs for us. I don't care how you feeling about that. That's just a key for me. We can't let him cook. We can't let him cook, guys. No. Respectfully. Let's not let that happen. But yeah, appreciate you guys for the support. I think it's gonna be a close game. I know Young Hoku struggled last week, but what do you know how the guys work? Why do I feel like he's gonna kick a game winner to end it? I have the Falcons winning 24-21, guys. Appreciate the support as always. Jumpman T2 Torch TV. Make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, keep board in the algorithm. Appreciate the support as always. You want to donate to the channel, hit up my cash app, $2 Torch TV, or donate on the channel for the super thanks. Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the game, man. Mile High Stadium. Let's cook.